So I would employ one of you to read the question for me so that we prepare the necessary account and wrap up for today's class. So who is doing the reading? Ashley, can you assist us?
From the information below, prepare a debtors control account. Credit sales, 50,000. Return inwards, 12,000. Balance on debtors on 1st January 2022, 45,000. Cash paid to suppliers, 120,000. Check received from customers, 19,000. Set off 5,000. Dishonored check 4,300. Interest charged on overdue debts 10,000. Discount received 22,000 and discount allowed 11,000.
Okay, thank you very much, Prof. Ashley. So, professors, this is a simple illustration. It's only asking us to prepare the debtors control account, okay, which we also know as the sales ledger control account. Okay, so this is our solution. Let's put in debtors control account. So you have to set the basis, right? And the basis are that for debtors control account, if the item increases the debtors balance, right, you debit it. And if it decreases it, you credit. So I use the plus and minus to show the increase and decrease. I use pencil to do this so that I don't get confused. So you can also emulate it, right? After you erase it. Okay. First thing I told you to do is to record any opening balance. You know, in accounting, we record opening balances before any other thing. So skim and scan through the question to pick your opening balance. And Prof. Charles, can you fish out the opening balance, if any, on debtors for us in this question? Charles, are you there? I'm sure maybe his network or something. Prof. Emanuela, can you see any opening balance in the question?
So I wasn't here from the beginning, so like I don't know this.
Okay, noted. But I thought at least from trial balance and balancing of accounts, okay, you would have used well, maybe the question was not understood by my Professor Ella. So Prof. Ella, we are only looking for opening balance, and for opening balances, the date would always guide you to your opening balance, and that's always on the first. So, okay, Professor Charles responded balance on debtors. So you see here, balance on debtors and the date. It's always the date that will lead you to your opening balance. 1st January 2022. So that means that's the opening balance on your debtors account. So you put that in, right? Debtors have a debit balance. So balance brought down. Or you can write balance on debtors, 45,000. Okay, so after that, after dealing with your opening balance, you now pick the items one after the other. So from the top, the first item is credit sales. And based on what we have been discussing, especially my professors who have been in class consistently, those who have been missing one or two, please, I beg you. That's why I share the video, or that's why I stress to put the video on the page for you. Please watch the video. Otherwise, you'll be confused. So even though I'm sympathetic of the network challenges, you have no excuse because you have the recorded video available for you. So please watch and update yourselves, I beg. So the first item is credit sales, and professors, we all know credit sales affect debtors, but then would it be debited or credited? I think I'll call Ashley again. Prof. Ashley.
Please, it will be debited.
Okay. So we are debiting credit sales because credit sales would always increase the debtor's balance. So, Professor, I think you can be picking a few points from here, even though you haven't gotten the full understanding. Okay. So, if you are preparing a debtor's account, credit sales, like I tell you, see yourself as the business and your friend as a debtor. So, you are preparing your friend's account. Okay, your debtor, who is your friend's account. But you are guided by debiting items that increases that your friend's balance or debt with you. So you are the business, your friend is your debtor. If you sell to your friend on credit, that's the credit sales. What does it mean? It means your friend will be owing you more or the debt will be increasing. So credit sales increases the debtor's balance and it is debited. So credit sales 50,000. Okay. Because debtors have a debit balance, so if the item is increasing it, you debit. Right. The next item is return invoice. Return invoice. Return invoice. Would you do the return invoice for us? Are we debiting or crediting, and why?
Please, you're going to credit the return invoice of
Okay.
the debtors control account.
Okay. Because it is reducing the debtors balance, right? So to Ella again, I think Adam also has missed a few of the lessons. I don't know if Adam does the case. Then you also note some of the things you are doing. So returning was, you are the business. Your friend is your debtor. Your friend owes you 300 cedis for shoes you supply to him or her. Now, your friend has returned some of the shoes to you. That's returning. And it is going to reduce how much your friend owes you. So returning will reduce, and for that matter, is credit. Okay. We have dealt with the balance. Then you have cash paid to suppliers. Cash paid to suppliers. I need someone to do analysis on this one for me. Prof. Adam, I don't know if you can assist. I don't know how much you missed, but we are preparing a debtors account, and then you see something like cash paid to suppliers. What will be your viewpoint on this, Prof. Adam?
So I feel like it should be credited because business is going out of and being paid to the suppliers.
Okay. So who agrees with Adam or disagrees with Adam? Any agreement or disagreement? I want to call someone. Prof. Ella. Well, I understand your situation, okay, but I would still want to see you comment on this one or hear you comment on this one. You are preparing your debtors account. okay, and you see cash paid to suppliers. Now note, in your debtors account, you are only putting things that increase their balance or reduce their balance. So if you see cash paid to a supplier, what are you going to do? Oh, Prof. Alexia, I think your network. I don't know if you can hear me now. So, Prof. Ella, share your point, your view on that. Okay, I think we should do this one after the other. One person. Oh, Ashley, you can't hear me. Hello, can you hear me now? Is it okay?
Yes, please.
Okay, so sorry for that. Okay, so I was saying that cash paid to suppliers. Adam gave his viewpoint that this should be credited to the debtors control account. And I'm asking if any of you agree or disagree, or disagrees, agrees or disagrees. So I was seeking to hear from Ella, but I think she didn't hear me that time. So Ella, do you agree or disagree? Cash paid to suppliers. Alexia, can I hear from you on this? I think she would type in the chat. Okay. So Alexia says, sir, please. Okay, Ella says she can't hear me. Oh, apologies on this one. I don't know if now it's clearer, but I want to believe now it's okay. So Alexia says it is treated in the creditors control account rather. Okay. So yes, a supplier is a creditor, right? A supplier is a creditor, or a supplier becomes a creditor. So cash paid to suppliers would not be in the debtors control account. Because if you pay money to your supplier, it doesn't have any bearing on your debtors, right? So I think, Prof. Adam, you would also have to visit the videos because I think you missed a few of the lessons. Okay, great. So this item will not be in the debtors control account because suppliers would relate to creditors. Then you have check received from customers. Customers relate to debtors, right? So if you are receiving check from your customers, that is going to reduce their balance, right? Somebody who owes you and giving you money. So check received from customers. That one will be credited 19,000. Set off. I think I explained set off to mean using a debtor's balance to cancel a creditor's balance, what we also known as contra. So I gave an example like I owe you, you owe me, so let's set it off, let's cancel it off. So note, debtors have a debit balance, so set off would always be at the credit side because you are canceling that, okay, you are canceling that debt or that debit balance off. So that's one, you don't have to even think deep about it. Set off is to cancel the balances, and debtors have a debit balance. So if you are setting it off, you credit it. Okay. Dishonor check. Dishonor check. We said that these are checks that you receive from your customers, but due to some reasons, the bank doesn't pay. Okay. So you would have to reverse it. So that 1, 2 will be in your debtors account at the debit side, this honored check. Because when you receive the check, it reduces it. If the check is not being paid or being honored, then you have to debit it to cancel the earlier receipt. We have interest charged on overdue debtors. I indicated to you the person owes you and you are charging him interest. Okay, so the balance will go up. So interest charged 10,000. Then we have discount received. Professors, I think you all agree with me that discount received does not affect debtors. It affects creditors. So that one will not come here. Discount allowed, on the other hand, affects your debtors and it reduces their balance. So that's 7,000. And that's all. You balance it and see how much you get as your closing balance. Okay. So professors, I beg you, for those who missed the lesson last time, please watch the video so that you can understand fully. Because you need to appreciate the items that affect debtors and items that affect creditors, so you can be able to sail through and not mix them up. Okay. So let's balance this account off. I don't know if you have your calculator. Let's get the totals for the debit side and total for the credit side. I think the debit side we have 45,000 plus 50. That's 90,000. 95,000. Sorry. Added to this, that will be 99,300 plus 10,000. Right. So I think that will be 109,300. Please confirm for me those with calculator. Okay, so just confirming 45,000 plus 50,000 plus 4,300 plus 10,000. Yes, 109,300. Then we less the totals on the credit side. You come to a balance of 16,300. 16,300, and that's the balance carried down. That balance will be brought down. Balance brought down. Sorry, 62,300. So let me correct this figure. 62,000. And that's all. You are done with your contract. So please, by way of summarizing, we will solve more illustrations hopefully in our next class. But to make you appreciate this topic, note that you are dealing with debtors and creditors. So you need to know the items that affect debtors and the items that affect creditors. Okay. For debtors, they have a debit balance. So if the item will increase their balance, you debit. If it will reduce their balance, you credit. Okay, now in the previous lessons, we saw the items, the common items that affect debtors and the common items that affect creditors. Please pay attention to those items and you will not struggle at this level when you are preparing control account. Okay, especially for the debtors, the common items include credit sales, returning was, cash or check received from them, discount allowed. Okay, those things are very common. In all the exams that you meet, these items will come. When you go to the creditors, you see credit purchases, return outwards, cash or check paid to the supplier, discount received. Okay, so familiarize yourself with these items, and I think you'll be very comfortable. Any question at this point? Any question? Okay, so please, I know some of you are a little confused. I'm urging you to watch the videos, okay? So that in our next meeting, when we are solving the questions, you begin to appreciate why we are debiting and crediting certain items. And if you still have problems, you can bring them up, because then that will be specific problems and not a total problem. Okay, so professors, thank you very much for today's class. I know you're preparing for your next class. So, and to my BM professors, I think the presentation will be on, I think, on Thursday. So please do well to prepare. And if your slides are ready or your PowerPoints are ready, you can share with me. Okay, thank you very much. I think I'll put a similar question like this on the page for you to answer, at least from now till maybe we meet on Thursday. So have a nice day, professors, and continue sacrificing for your books. It will pay off. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.